sound. Hello to everyone, this is Safe and Sound by Bones. A ton of you suggested the song, so I thought to myself that this should be a song with priority or whatever, because a lot of you are commenting just for this song. So, let's start with the tuning, which is, I'm not sure, because I did this one last night and I'm really not sure what tuning it was. Let me check. It's a drop C sharp. Me personally, I'm missing one string, the high E. I'm still missing the string, so I made the song without the string, and it turned out pretty well. So let's get right into it. We got like that. Yep. So. Yep. Okay. So what we have here is the beginning part, which is our middle finger on the second fret of the D string, playing low E, A, and the low E, A, and the D. After this, you put your point finger on the second fret of the low E and play the same thing. Then you release it and play the same pattern. Then you put your, personally, I put my pinky on the fourth fret of the low E. I play the same pattern. Then I release the pinky to the second fret of the low E and play the same. So basically, and then I play it again, this whole set of pattern and notes. I play it again, but he starts singing. When I'm alone, safe and sound. Basically 2 times. After this, you start playing it differently. Now, if you have a loop pedal, you can just keep this pattern and loop playing and layer on top of it the next notes. But me personally, I'm making a version where you play all the notes on one guitar. Of course he keeps singing, but I couldn't really sing along with the guitar for the rest of the song, so I just took the parts that I can. So after this, those two parts, safe and sound. Right here we start with again this pattern, but me personally I bar my strings on the second fret, the D, the G and my B, and play the same pattern. And I add, the thing that I add is my middle finger on the third fret of the B, bending it and pulling it off to the second fret of the B. And after that playing the G on the second fret. So this is the first, you play it once. After this, I put my point finger on the second fret of the low E and my middle finger, like before, on the second fret of the D, and play the same pattern. Like before, it's the bass. But I put my pinky this time on the fourth fret of the G, play it, slide it to the sixth fret, and with my point finger I come back to the second fret of the G. You can either do this or the seventh fret of the D, but me personally it's not really comfortable for the fingers, so I'm just like this. You play this one, and after this you repeat the last variation with the bending B and the G on the second fret. So basically from the beginning till now what we have is like from the new parts. And after this, I put my point finger on the fourth fret of all the strings, and I put my middle finger on the fifth fret of the B, my ring finger on the sixth fret of the G, and my pinky on the seventh fret of the D. And I play low E, B, G, D. And after this I just slide my point finger barring all of the second frets of the strings here. And I play the same thing but just like this. B, G, D. So from the beginning, slowly, all the sections from the new parts. Okay, maybe from this angle. this is pretty much it. So from the very beginning of the song. After this, you repeat it again. So this is 2 times. And after this, you play a different pattern. You put again your point finger here, barring all the strings on the 2nd fret, like all the G, the D, and the B. And you play together. Me personally, I play together the low E with the D on the 2nd fret. And after this, I put my pinky on the 5th fret of the B, playing it, then playing the G on the 2nd fret, then pulling off from the 5th fret of the B to the 2nd fret together. Once. After this, I bar all the strings here on the 2nd fret. I play together the low E on the 2nd fret with the 3rd fret of the B with my middle finger, adding my pinky on the 5th fret after that, hammering on actually. After this, I play the 2nd fret of the G again, and I pull off again from the 5th fret of the B to the 2nd. So basically, come on. So, from the beginning of the last 2 parts. After this, you've got just low E, open A, and B on the 2nd fret with G on the 2nd fret. Once. And after this, you start playing a little chord progression, which is our point finger here on the 4th fret, our ring finger on the 6th fret of the G, and our pinky on the 7th fret of the B. And then you slide this shape here back to the 2nd fret of the strings here barred, our ring finger on the 4th fret of the G, and our pinky on the 5th fret of the B. Or you can just play them like this. Like this, or just the 2nd fret. It's your choice. And after this, you just repeat the part. This is the whole picking part pattern or whatever. After this, it's all chords, like barring just the D, the G, and the B. After this, all of the 2nd frets, then back. Then our 4th fret with our ring finger on the on the 6th fret of the G and our pinky on the 7th fret of the B. This is pretty much the whole song. Like, you can look at the tab that I made and check everything that I just said and explained. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye guys.